What's going on, guys? I know it's been a minute since I talked about digital assets, but I had to make a video today because we are experiencing a monumental shift. Coinbase sued by the SEC. Binance sued by the SEC. We finally gotten to the point that I spoke about in previous videos, that not only are we seeing regulation rolled out, but we're seeing lawsuits against exchanges. This doesn't mean that the exchanges are done. This doesn't mean that all lawsuits are equal, because they're not. I can tell you right now that Binance is going through a much more serious lawsuit when it comes to the SEC versus Coinbase. Coinbase, this is more like a slap in the hand. You pay a fine, nothing major. In fact, I've already told you guys, Coinbase is the chosen winner by the United States when it comes to the digital asset exchanges and in the space in itself. That's why they were allowed to go public a couple years ago. The SEC knew fully about Coinbase years ago when they allowed them to go public, but it also said that they would be the last ones for some time to be allowed to go public. They were allowed to get a head start for a reason. Binance wasn't. Other companies wasn't. If you remember during that time frame, you were hearing rumors of other companies going public right after Coinbase. That was not going to happen. And this is why. Because everything is about positioning. Now, we also learned through these news headlines that, look, a lot of these coins that we knew were securities are officially being called securities. The official list that we see of the most recent lawsuit dealing with Binance and Coinbase is Solana, ADA, Cardano, Polygon, Coti, Algorand, Filecoin, Cosmo Hub, Sandbox platforms, Axie Infinity, Decentraland. Those are the new digital assets which are listed as securities. The reason being is because they have stake in there, basically giving you a percentage based on their future investment. That's what's happening with staking. That's why we get so many rewards and money when it comes to these particular coins. And they're saying that those are officially considered securities. Therefore, cryptocurrency exchanges like Binance and also like Coinbase have to either remove them or deal with them under the laws regulated by the SEC. Now, what does this all mean? Okay, this is a lot of talk. Should you be worried if you're a person that invests in digital assets? Is the crypto run over? Should the streets be panicking? No, there shouldn't be any panic. We all knew regulation was coming. And while so many people was focused on XRP and the Ripple lawsuit, everything else is being rolled out. If anything, Ripple is being protected right now. They're one of the few that are fighting the title or being called a security and have a great fight on their hands. They have great justification. One coin or cryptocurrency that you're not hearing about much is Stellar Lumen. They've been able to stay out of the fray, which I told you from the beginning. XRP and Stellar Lumen are going to survive all of this madness. They're going to survive through this because they were set up differently. But nevertheless, when we look at what's happening today, you're going to ask yourself, should you panic? I mean, the Binance lawsuit is much more serious than Coinbase's. Binance is being accused of fraud. Coinbase is being accused of basically operating and selling securities without following regulations. But Binance is being accused of being a fraudulent company. It's being accused of allowing trading for U.S. customers, or allowing U.S. customers to trade in international markets with turning a blind eye, knowing what they were doing. They're being accused of defrauding investors, defrauding customers on all levels. They're being kicked out of the market, because Binance is more of an international company and they can't be controlled in the same manner. So Coinbase, who's been I'll call it the U.S. watchdog, the snitch. Whenever there's an investigation when it comes to the blockchain, Coinbase is the company that opens up the books and allows the government to come in and see everything. So again, don't think for a second Coinbase is going under. Don't think for a second there's a real threat with Coinbase. No, Coinbase is being slapped on the wrist because they have to. If you punish one digital asset company, one marketplace, you got to go ahead and enforce on all. So they're being caught up in the fray. But the reality is they've been chosen as the winner because they're willing to work with the U.S. government, and they always have been. Binance is not. Binance US, by the way, is a U.S. entity to an extent as a business, but Binance itself is an international company. It's not a U.S.-based company. So they're more of a threat from a defensive position when it comes to the United States, when it comes to U.S. powers. They're more of a threat against the U.S. Coinbase is not. Okay, I know they have second headquarters in the UK, but remember, the UK, that's our ally. That doesn't matter much. Who finances and who backs Binance? Our allies or our competitors? Binance is not going to be allowed to win. Binance is going to be hurt severely, and they probably won't be able to operate in the U.S. Coinbase will pay a fine, and then that's going to be it. They're going to pay a fine, take care of matters, and be able to move forward and operate as they should. But tell me what you think. I mean, do you think this is something that's minor? Do you think this is something we should worry about? Again, the list of cryptocurrencies that now have recently been deemed as securities based on the SEC is Solana, Cardano, Polygon, Coti, Algorand, Filecoin, Cosmo Hub, Sandbox platforms, Axie, Infinity, Decentraland. All these, they're staking coins which you can make interest off of, coins that you can invest in a different way, are now considered securities. Were you invested with them? Did you make some, let's call it interest, from either answering questions in regards to them or just staking with them yourself? Or did you not bother? Again, I still believe the great winner of the digital asset shift, I'll call it, outside of any stable coins, will be Stellar Lumen and maybe Ripple. I stick with that prediction. It's looking more and more like that every day. Bitcoin is Bitcoin, which Bitcoin is nothing. Bitcoin is a tool, a wealth transfer tool from the wealthy. Okay, it doesn't represent anything outside of trust. It'll always be there. It's not going anywhere. You won't be able to call it a security. It's already been deemed not a security. Bitcoin is going to be Bitcoin, but the other players are going to really set the market, and we're going to have to sit back and watch. Also, look how many people have been pushed out the market because of this. It's going to be interesting to see how many people leave while regulation is being rolled out. When you know at the end of this comes stabilization, comes the time that you can see a quick uptick in value, and then a stabilization where the market becomes boring. This has been fun for me. Playing in the market, going back and forth, it's been fun. But the days of fun are going to be going away shortly. Soon enough, you're going to see the market be very predictable. You're going to see experts produce. You won't see as big of a market. In fact, you probably will have to be an accredited investor to stay when it comes to buying and selling in the market. The market isn't necessarily going to be set up for regular consumers to stay in. No, you're going to have to be more than likely, you're going to have to be an accredited investor. More than likely, you're going to have to be with an institution to invest in the near future. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Tell me if you agree or disagree. I've been dealing with this for over 10 years. And I slowed down on videos, though I still never stop talking about it. I talk about it on radio shows. I talk about it with my friends. I just got tired of having to explain things over and over and over again based on headlines. I rather deal with people who are really invested, who are really into this, not people who are just jumping on it when it's at a height. So I slowed down, but I didn't slow down investing. And I can tell you I'm in a great position, and I'm going to wait this out. We'll see who wins at the end. But I know me and my team, we've already won, and we'll continue to win. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate your support. And until the next time, have a good one.